Our top story check takes us today to Puerto Rico, where officials have announced the municipality of San Juan will be raising its minimum wage starting next month. This will affect some 720 San Juan employees. Our Francis Felix reports.
San Juan Mayor Miguel Romero announced that as of November 1, some 720 employees of the San Juan municipality will benefit from an adjustment in their salary after the mayor's office raised the minimum wage from $8.25 to $10 per hour. The measure will have an annual impact of $1.9 million in the budget coming from municipal funds. The most benefited will be some 396 cleaning and decoration workers who will receive an increase of $1.75 per hour in their salary, which is equivalent to an increase of over 20% of their current remuneration. The municipality anticipates Law 47, which establishes a goal for July 1, 2024 to increase the minimum wage for the private sector in Puerto Rico to $10.40. Currently, the minimum wage for employees of the capital city is $8.25, except for the members of the San Juan Municipal Police, whose monthly minimum wage has been raised to $2,400. From San Juan, Puerto Rico, Francis Felix reporting.
All right, thanks so much for that report, Francis. In the meantime, there's finally a sense of calm in the Turks and Caicos. That's after a string of violence disrupted the territory. Deandra Hamilton reports and what TCI residents now want to see.
For the first time in a long time, the Turks and Caicos has had 2 weeks of total calm, and life in the British Overseas Territory is returned to tranquility. It comes just as the island of Providenciales has won the Condé Nast Travelers' third best Caribbean island award. The governor, Nigel Dakin, in a national address, explained what led to the dramatic and welcomed return to peace.
Beyond local police bravery and skill, I also have little doubt that the arrival of the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the US's Customs and Border Protection aircraft, along with the Drugs Enforcement Agency, has had immediate deterrent effect.
15 killings in 5 weeks caused panic in the country. Reinforcements had to be brought in immediately, and most ready to roll was the Royal Bahamas Police Force. But that team of 24 is now bolstered by the U.S. and the U.K., which has assets on the ground as they now have to flush out and find the culprits.
In fact, if gang members have moved overseas, we have international partners, including the UK's National Crime Agency and regional governments, who are solidly in support of helping us track them down.
That is welcomed news, as no one in the islands or who loves the island want to ever see a return to the violence which traumatized the society. People also want to see those responsible for the slaughters brought to justice. It seems Operation Anaconda, as it is dubbed, is well on its way to doing just that.
All I need to say now is they've already made a difference. Some are directly inducted into our tactical firearms unit, making one large joint team. Some are deployed as response units. Their dogs, able to attack or to search, were active at the airport yesterday, supporting our customs officers' search for guns and drugs.
Deandra Hamilton reporting.
All right, thanks so much for that report, Deandra. In the meantime, just weeks after Hurricane Ian destroyed the Fort Myers area of Florida, the life of someone there could be about to change forever in a very good way. A lottery ticket that sold at a Fort Myers 7-Eleven matched all 6 numbers in Friday's Mega Millions drawing, and the ticket is worth nearly $500 million. According to Mega Millions officials, the jackpot was the 11th largest in the game's history, worth at least $494 million. The jackpot will likely be shared since another winning ticket for the same drawing was sold in California. Well, meantime, for survivors, the damage from Hurricane Ian or any major disaster isn't limited to property destruction. The anguish of losing everything can take a devastating toll on mental health. And as people tend to the immediate needs like food, shelter, and clothing, mental health issues often can take a back seat. Christian Bienvenides reports.
30 years of my life gone. For storm survivors who've lost everything, there is somehow still more to lose.
Every time I hear the wind blow and a piece of aluminum shift, and it's kind of like PTSD.
For others, grief seems to weigh more than physical debris.
It's like a death of a loved one. You know, it's just like the pain just comes and goes.
Research from the World Health Organization suggests between 1/3 and a half of those directly exposed to natural disasters will develop mental distress. And a 2020 study from the University of Delaware found the suicide rate following hurricanes jumped 26% in the year following the storm.
Mental health normally has such a stigma.
Beth Hatch is CEO of National Alliance on Mental Health in Collier County and says Ian's devastation did not discriminate.
Many are in desperate need to rebuild their lives back. And we need to be there for them because these are such triggers.
The state of Florida is setting up support centers, and the federal government has a 24-hour helpline to connect people with crisis counselors.
People don't really know where to begin. We need that hand-holding, to help get people through that process.
Some coping strategies include follow a normal daily routine as much as possible, rest, exercise, and eat properly, spend time with loved ones, and talk about getting help. Experts also recommend doing something positive.
It's the friends call. It's amazing. The outpouring of help is just amazing.
Little steps on the road to recovery. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
And according to the 2022 State of Mental Health in America report, Florida ranked 49th in access to care. Well, meantime, Netflix apparently has a plan in place to crack down on password sharing starting next year. The streaming giant shared more details of its plan during Tuesday night's report. The company says the two features it started testing earlier this year to combat shared accounts will be broadly implemented in 2023. The profile transfer feature allows users to transfer their current profiles to a new paid account. For those who want to continue to share their account with family and friends, the extra member option allows users to create sub-accounts under their main account for an additional fee. No word yet on what that fee will look like, but during the testing period in Costa Rica, it cost around $3.